嗨，我是阿汤。这次呢，我们要玩是一款叫做《Disco Elysium》的游戏。看了说明，这是一款剧情导向式角色扮演游戏。角色扮演戏我懂，但剧情导向式是什么？其实我就并不是那么样理解。总之，这是一款还得了奖的游戏。然后前一阵子还挺受欢迎的，所以就想出来玩玩看。好，总之让我们进行游戏吧。选择角色形象：思想派、感性派、肉体派，这个角色。我其实并不是那么擅长 RPG， 所以果然还是用预设角色就行了。然后我希望扮演是一个聪明的侦探角色，所以或许应该就是思想派吧。OK， 复仇女神就在家中境内，这便是他们的住所，哪怕这清水……好，我没看到。开始了。
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
游戏才正要开始，你马上就要劝退我吗
？Ever.
Sure.
Never, ever.
简单保持中不存在状态。这选择会有什么太大差别吗？永远永远的永远 ，ever ever ever。
Never ever ever, baby.
OK， 那就简单保持中不存在状态。
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
哦，那再多来一些，多来一些什么？那个旧什么的是个什么东西？
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic source. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
你是肿瘤吗？我得了癌症。重新跳入这五行深渊。不，我想知道这个旧日之物。
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay, sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
不想摆脱这一切。我喜欢痛苦，喜欢燃烧的光芒，想要从不愿意施舍我的人手中拿到东西。出发吧，永远不要让我离开。Don't ever let me go， 是这个意思吗？我记得这款游戏有个按键可以就是还原英文的剧本。可是我刚才其实并没有仔细看应该怎么做，好吧，等一下再看看。出发，永远不要让我离开。
Alright, nothing town to fuck all borough.
我要开启重返极境之旅，谢谢。我们去拜访古老零度沙丘吧。看，我已经厌倦这种畜生和谁他妈不在乎又来了。我不确定选择上有什么差别，但极境之旅。
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
并现在继续给我唱一首《死亡之歌》。等等，不，正好相反，我需要贬低我自己。为什么
？The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
哦，在沙漠中跳的 disco 舞蹈吗？可我选择重庆之旅，而不是沙漠之旅。妈妈帮帮我，我的脖子上连着一个脑袋，我也在脑袋里边。闭嘴，我不想听到任何关于这种感觉的事。带我回到那片无形又空洞虚无里。
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
我是谁？什么样的生物竟然会对自己的嘴巴做这种事情？救命！有人吗？快把我脑袋切掉！他想谋杀我其余的部分。
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
哦。
Somehow you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage.
好，这就是那个传说中的系统。你的角色性格会成为旁白，随时加入对话当中。一辆库普瑞斯锐动力马车，张开眼睛。你还好吗？昨晚参加了疯狂 party 之类的。哦，对，然后我姑且开启侦探模式，因为我其实并不是那么擅长玩这种在地图上找东西找来找去的作品，所以也姑且可以探索东西，在侦探模式下就是会亮起来的。那是我的领带吗？
Two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
拉一下风扇。
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
那就拿下领带。
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
可是这还要掷骰子，它都停了，你怎么有办法失败？因为宿舍的关系吗？好，总之拿到了。
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie.
好
With 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
谢谢你哦，谢谢你评价了我带领带的品味。拉一下灯泡。
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
放我过来吧，再一次把灯关掉。等一下我刚才是把灯关了吗？放我过来
Your
吧。
eyes burn with
No.
photosensitivity.
Damn
It's
it.
not good.
好哦，因为灯泡受伤了，开什么玩笑 ？No。裤子。总之我现在有裤子了，还带着领带。按住 Tab 键，为什么？哦，显示就会主动全部显示出来就对了。OK， 就把衣服穿起来。Hello， 我想要选取全部取走选项，但它 OK。就是这种碎玻璃。
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
估计受损情况。
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
可以是我们自己。我用手把它砸碎吗？看自己双手
A。fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
这是怎么回事？
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
看起来更像是把物体呈抛射状扔出去造成的，基本上没有冲击后把工具内朝内拉形成碎片，所以是把东西扔出去了。Cool。评估冲击时程。
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
说不定是什么重要的东西。
Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend.
我的鞋子 ，no。
Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
也许不是我，我应该要把鞋拿回来。他不需，我不需要他，我不需要任何人。可他不是人，他是鞋子。也许不是我。
You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it?
Yeah.
This person also forced the drinks on you.
哦，我应该去把它拿回来。
Cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
这个任务吗？好哦，去捡另一只鞋子。结束。OK。可是在之前看看还有什么可以互动的东西。要不要喝点水？宿醉很严重。然后这两个点是什么意思？
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
帮他们取出来。
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
哦。
The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
所以我们时常去那间旅社。还有一个，这气味难以言说，他们应该派世人来到这里。看看自己。
The mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
大概有是我们自己吧。
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
可能不会这么做，是什么意思？擦拭镜子。
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
那是什么意思？我只想看我自己而已。也许我应该先碰碰它，确认我的脸没有任何毛病。碰碰它。
There is definitely something wrong with it.
能有多糟？什么问题？能有多糟？
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
哎呀，我喜欢酒精。我觉得你写的很好，摸摸你的鼻子，摸摸我的鼻子。
It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
好，那舌头呢？
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
好啦，我知道我很胖，真是。现在擦拭镜子，
Behold.
我觉得还可以啊。
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
只要刮刮胡子，我就是一枚帅哥了。天啊，就我这种，我当然知道这是某个超级巨星。我觉得我是个超级巨星。这是一副晚期酒鬼脸孔。
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face?
Yeah.
Why?
不是，我是脸自己做的，我不知道为什么这样，他就这样。
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Nope.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
Yeah， 至少我看起来很亲切，对吧？
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
我觉得看起来很暧昧，恐怕这是为了女士们准备了。我在暗示自己能隐约的感到共鸣。我觉得我也算是成功了，以某种悲伤的过气人物方式，这里面隐含着某种魅力，这是痛苦的表现。痛苦的表现感觉太黑暗了一些。
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
哦，我的博修你最开始马上就不够了。反正试试看有什么差别呢？深入挖掘你的思想，照射表情的源头。Come on, yeah!
The third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution.
什么大革命
For a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
所以资本主义造成了我这张脸。Cool.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
那个 disco 吗？跳舞的 disco 还是别的东西
For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion.
Guillaume Lamillion.
If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
好。
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
然后就再也改变不了了。所以我接受那表现吗？为什么？在我做那个表情的时候，感觉需要加上一个哒哒。新时代是多久一件事情？还有别的吗？譬如说我是谁？为什么要把自己喝到烂醉努力
？You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice canema.
最开始就已经跟我说了。新时代是多久这件事
？Some 20 odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you. Or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
哦，我的表情还可以追溯到这么久以前。我做那个表情的时候，感觉需要加上短声哒哒。
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lamillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
所以我该接受那表现吗？为什么
？Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you.
等一下，我看到时间的推进。
Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
哦，那我猜就这样吧。
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
十柱为3，这是一个白色检定，你可以重复尝试，了解源头。但3% 成功非常低，那就算了吧。然后另一件衣服吗？你看那浴缸有很多瓶子，葡萄酒、啤酒还有甜酒。这是一扇门，浴室有2扇门。这个房间比想象中更大吗？还是怎么样？啊，我亲爱的酒瓶，这个特大容量的红准酱酒瓶是空的。那这是客人在机器上在运作时，便把录音带从机中扯烂了。尽管没有录音带可以提供播放，这台盘式放映机仍在运作着。Cool。那我的鞋子，我的第一只鞋子。 Yes。总之是个开始。让我来去找我另一只鞋子。这是什么？纪晓姆勒米利翁。思绪内化。然后就是一些专有词的说明。好，那道具栏里面了，姑且都把东西都穿上了。左手可以带东西，其实有表在这附近。可是有没有看到别的东西？这是什么？角色资料。寻找另一只鞋，已归档。那已经10分钟之前了。看来你的绿色皮鞋很想念他的伙伴，在深知未知荒野探险之前，你就要把它找回来。2只鞋总比1只好，让他们再次团聚吧。好，那就走吧。落度鸟保留地零下14度，小雪。
Hello, officer.
Officer。日历显示目前是51年3月。Officer， 为什么你叫我 Officer？
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
哦，因为是插画关系，其实我也判断不出来。
A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
你臃肿脸源于她的美丽，继续向前走。Officer， 我是军事人员。
No。
他是被你的问题难住了。但是我知道我是个商人，执行长，对吧？
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
不然我到底是什么
Officer could be an artistic statement,
啊
a claim to official renown.
Officer 是我的艺名，对吧？我可以把自己看作是一个名叫 Officer 的二流 disco 舞者。
No, you're a police officer,
Oh.
sir.
OK， 你确定吗？
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
好，一直来都这样吗？
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
那是什么？我连自己来这里做什么工作都不记得了。
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
而或许那就是我的工作，喝酒跟吃甜甜圈。
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
也许我不知道自己在哪，或者自己是谁，或者库普瑞斯瑞影什么的，我怎么知道他的声音是怎么样的？为什么不记得自己是警官？但是还有别人，原来脑袋正常的人会让我做执法人员呢。
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
这样子，
She nods.
好。但如果有人有事瞒着，我还是能区分出来的。我在这里做什么？手上什么案子？
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now.
没有人管吗？
Locals probably got tired of it and
等一下，
called the
我就是
cops.
警察。那为什么没有直接告诉我呢？
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
哦，谢谢你关心。为什么不记得自己是警官？还有别的
Could
事
it be because of the drinking?
？Yeah，
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
哦，试图对他是那个表情，让他知道你想要他肉体上。可是反正一定会失败，有必要吗？总之先走吧。
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
好，谢谢你。
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before.
Oh.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
这是在向我确认我是不是还有别的问题要问他。如果不想问问题
You're a cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions.
好，但在之前我想问一些问题。这里为什么反对警察
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
这里到底是什么地方？我在哪？
You're in a hostel, sir.
不，我说地名，不是我们在哪里？这个世界是什么地方
We are in Revachol.
？Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
这对我来说有什么意义
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
说是当地人
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranier, another part of the world.
告诉我现在是51年吗？
It's 51.
什么世
The
纪？
current century?
那什么数字又是多少？
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
那已经过去了几个世纪了。
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
哇哦，8000年吗？那人类一定是中间发生一些什么很不妙的事情，所以才看起来这么样传统，这么的普通。我是说，那些本应该出现的高科技到哪里去了 ？AI 呢？机器人呢？有什么好笑的吗
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
你的房间差不多就在我房间旁边。昨晚你有听见什么吗？
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
有人来拜访我吗？
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
喧闹的 disco 音乐。
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
因为那个吗？因为版权音乐的关系，可我已经关掉了。这样继续。
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7.
是乐团的名字。
Hard, but we go on.
大多数情况都会变得很难，不是吗？
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
发生什么？
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
我唱了什么？
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
你说受伤是很酷的那种吗？比如说一只野兽。
Yes. It was very cool.
谢谢哦。
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
好，
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
你确定我不是被袭击哦？还真像我会做的事情。我做了什么？
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
请告诉我没有其他的事了。听你这么说，我感到很骄傲。告诉我还有其他，对不对？
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore.
野猪
I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
哦，好吧，你可以走了。
Glad to have been of assistance.
谢谢你。烟灰缸，看来他在烟灰缸里留下来一根很长的烟蒂，还在冒烟。那这一侧有什么？这是什么？桌上有什么东西？不，我就是想知道是什么东西。这是什么？钱？免费的，为什么不呢？好，我直接走出去了。好，我的鞋子在阳台。这是什么？一阵斜斜海风从你身上吹过。Yes， 我有另一只鞋，我需要它。海的气味让有些头晕。
There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Yes，
like two
我的血
baby
鞋。
crocodiles.
可你说是蛇皮？等等，看起来不像是普通吉他穿的鞋子。
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
好，尺寸怎么样？
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
就是我的蛇皮鞋，酷。好，鞋子找回来了，那就让我们继续冒险。我分不清楚这是背景音乐还是有人在放音响。这是讽刺新闻世界号角周末版。世界号角不是每日号角。我在哪里？哦。夏季通行，冬季不开。酷。这是放歌词本的地方。一只破旧的大型卡拉 OK 麦克风在等待某人用它高歌一曲。那么何不我们就来唱一首呢？既然我们昨天这么有才华。麦克风连在收音机上，音乐声里有静电干扰。
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
所以我要唱吗？我的灵魂的容积被宿醉淹没了。
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
哦，
through a PA system.
你还是坚持要我唱？
By other people.
这和我正在研究的一个理论很相配。我是个不走运的超级明星。
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought.
哦，
See if it works.
说到这个，我该唱什
You
么？
should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Thought it was obvious.
啊，当然，他们真的会用它来衡量我灵魂。我在想，也许可以唱些快乐的东西，譬如说，招摇乐团的曲子。
No, no. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
在别人眼中，我看起来会更有深度一些啊。
You have to find out how the song goes first, though. Maybe a tape of something appropriate would help.
可是被我用坏掉了。这是一个任务吗？你需要找到一卷足够悲伤的录音带，将放到手提音响中播放，熟记歌词，然后去找餐厅请求上台表演。最好是傍晚，那时候酒吧里人更多。 唱一首悲伤的歌，这样也是一个任务。酷，为什么不呢？
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Oh.
Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
看着还鸟标本。
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Oh.
This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Uh-huh.
The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegosaurus skua.
那是一只大贼哦，对吗？
Look, your buddy is over there.
他看向门，一个穿着短夹克的男人正在用脚轻轻敲地板。
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
你说我的伙伴是什么意
He
思？
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
对啊，如果我想喝酒了，你就这样直接无视掉你的客户啊。
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
哦，
He's very animated all of a sudden.
所以没有调酒。
This seems like a touchy subject.
有什么区别
I
吗？
have 3 cafeterias to manage.
Ah.
3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
哦，那这个 Sylvie 去哪里了
She just, you know.
？I know what.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
他就怎么了？
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
是啊，你也知道我是警察。这菜单，菜单已被擦掉了，上面只剩下一个词：周一。这台桶装饮水机，一个巨大的泡泡正浮上水面。昨天菜单是一个女人笔记，今天则是男人笔记。这是通往哪里？厨房。门是关着的，一块牌上写着“厨房为员工保留到下午1点”。墙中传来电动榨汁机轻柔的震抖声，有人正在那里工作。你在里面瞄了一眼工会的配备，一张罢工海报，还有一些红色三角旗帜。这是工会。标上写着包厢已被工会预约，启用时间4点。Cool， 就是这台皇家弹珠台没有插电。
Hello, sweetie.
Sweetie， 我认识你吗？
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
他朝着穿着橙色飞行夹克男人点头。Sure。可在那之前，我还有东西要到处看看。一瓶兰姆酒被打翻了，美丽的暗色液体淌流出来。一个男人趴在桌子上睡着了，他穿泥泞的鞋子，工作服落在地上。衬衫背后印有一个竖起的标志，以及野松的字样。
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
摸摸看。
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
把他叫醒，为什么？检查他安全扣上的塑胶卡。
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
人巧工匠偷走码头员工身份证， 可我现在不确定我要这个干嘛，而且我是警察不是吗？试试看。
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
哦，而这个男人呢
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
那就看一下钱包里面的
You
东西。
find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy.
关上安全扣。
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
那药丸
The
呢？
man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
因为宿醉。
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait.
好，这里。
Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
所以这现在是全满的意思。好。因为这款游戏说是有32分支的，所以我不确定随便便从事犯罪行为会不会对事后造成什么影响。可是还是先这样子。是钱吗？可是门也过不去。
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
那有什么特点呢？
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
等等，我可以去哪里弄那种皇冠？光和逝去的世纪，这个想法挺吸引人的。
The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
哦，好，那来谈谈吧。
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
飞行夹克袖子还有背后跟你夹克上那神秘的白色矩形是一样的。握手。
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
所以你是警察？好。
You realize he's waiting for your name.
来自57分局，你一定41分局了。不要心里试着想出一个名字，我记不起自己的名字。想出一个名字。负一更喜欢警官，那是什么意思？试试看。
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon.
有颜色的名字。
Mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
还是没想起来。叫我警官就好，我真的记不得自己的名字。叫我警官就好。
Very well, officer.
他有些困惑。
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
有。
What he means is,
但我应该谈什么？
he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
你是说他吗？是我刚才跟他聊了。
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
你已经计划好最初的走访程序了吗？什么走访？是的，当然有。没有。什么走访
The 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest.
显然是没有。
Skim the surface. Prepare the field. Get to know the players. You don't do that?
？No，
Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
在41分局，我们只是拿着酒瓶吃着甜甜圈而已。是警察，我知道自己是个警察。
Right. And the interviews?
我没有。
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
抱歉，你需要跟我合作。
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
我刚才听到对话似乎没有。老兄，你懂的事啊，那是有还是没有？没有。没有。
So the body is still in the tree.
好像是。
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
如果说我不是一个真的警察呢？你怎么肯定我真的是警察？但我什么都想不起来了，我应该做什么？你怎么肯定我是警察？
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
同样的标志。
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
换句话说，你只要找到一个穿同样制服，不管是谁，其实都没关系。
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
OK. 你是说内部事务所
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
你说的标志是指这白色矩形
Yes.
但他们只是白色矩形。
They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
但是我不是应该有个警证或者什么的吗？
You mean you don't have a badge?
我醒来的时候身上没有。
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
好哦，如果不是真的警察
I
呢
feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
但我是说，假如说我真的不是警察呢，我应该管尸体的事情吗？
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down.
我们应该做什么来着
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
但我们什么都想不起来
I
了
can。see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
比我还糟，真的。
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
好，那我们走吧
To。you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
这是日文吗？不，应该不是，因为他念卡兹拉基，听起来有点像日文，但他说他是金葛城，韩国人。总之好，我们再来谈谈吧。很抱歉打扰你。
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
为什么态度差这么多？我刚才问你的时候，你就一副很不耐烦的感觉。
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
他看着你，发现他还不知道你的名字。毁灭先驱是什么东西？是什么东西？是如同 森林大火一般倾城相间，但闻上去像是烈酒。目前还没想好我的名字。
Are you kidding me?
不，老乡帮帮我吧。什么东西是倾城相间，但闻上去像烈酒？金蛋打做什么？让他说。
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
他在一堆杯垫后面翻了翻，找到一张纸条，交给金座。
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Oh.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
应该说3个不是？
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Oh.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
好哦，那就问吧。
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
谢谢你的提示，因为我并不是真的警察，所以你如果没说的话，我倒还不知道。所以尸体在哪里？
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
那我们要怎么过去？
That's easy. See that door there? First, you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
好哦，西侧，然后在你的右边。
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind, 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
所以谁杀了他？
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
确实透露出来了。他们是你杀的吗？你现在说他们把他吊在树上，他们是指谁？
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
实际上是谁说的呢？
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
为什么马桶工人要对这男人动用私刑？
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
我很怀疑，我觉得你好像在隐藏些什么。
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
是你杀的吗？
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
没有，我只确认一下而已。
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Xavier 为什么离开了？
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
你记得吗？你跟我说他打电话报案了。不，我之前问的是哪里，现在我问的是他为何要离开。
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
好哦，谜题解开了，不顺利吗？不顺利
I
吗？
asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
这件事让我很烦躁。我是个女性主义者，我想我就是有面面俱到，每件事情跟每件事情都息息相关的。不知道，只想争取一下。你说的我不该问的，每件事情都息息相关的。
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
好哦，谢谢你的配合。
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
我有吗？我不信你说瑞亚是什么
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
不，就算你改变了腔调，我还是不知道那是什么。
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Yeah， 全球通用货币。你口中的 real 是指某种街头信誉点吗？
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
那我可以用我可以用街头信誉还你吗？我欠这里多少？但究竟什么是钱呢？
What are you, a philosopher?
老说有可能。自醒来之后，我连最基本的生活常识都想不起来了。不过只想弄出其中关联。
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
所以我真的用了不少东西。那130 real 很贵了，我现在身上应该没有那么多钱吧？5块。什么意思？哪里才能拿到它呢？为什么会需要钱呢？继续给他看你找到硬币，这是钱吗？继续，但别让他看到你硬币，他们是你的。为什么会需要钱呢？
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer.
谢谢你啊。
If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
我了解。有意思，哪里才能拿到他们呢？对啊，为什么我没有薪水呢？
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
是哦，所以你们认可这些事情，只要有办案，多收一些钱没什么关系啊。继续在别人看到你的硬币，他们是你的。
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
我欠这里多少
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
只是真的，一扇窗户比住一晚还贵啊！我的啊
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
那现在怎么
I'm
办？
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Oh no！ 我要被赶出去了。
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
这附近没有地方可以住了吗？我不记得我的家在哪里了。我看看我能做什么。
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
好哦，谢谢哦。
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
我真的有家吗？
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights.
Huh.
Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Yeah. 在马尔佛尔山上。马佛尔山上。哪里是马佛尔？
Why did you say that?
只不过是灵光一闪，没有什么特别意义。这名对我来说肯定有某种意义。星座，你知道一个叫马佛尔的地方吗？
But isn't that an expression, not a place?
一种说辞。
Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
好，我有办法追溯过去吗？想到具体街道，大楼具体的号吗？
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
哦，我还可以这样做。这样子，像 Sherlock Holmes 那样子，把所有可以有线索给串联起来的意思。但你不需要自己亲自连接那些东西，总之就是把和你有关的东西给选择出来的意思。好，为什么不呢？然后你说门在哪里？这里，是这扇门吗？等一下，等一下。警政遗失，其他受害者尸体，后院的尸体，检查后院的尸体。这里有一堆雪融化了。路标上写着"干你警察"，谢谢哦，我们非常受欢迎呢。条子滚回去，街道名称很难辨认。
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
你听起来很吃惊。
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
好，我有些问题要问你。
Of course. What can I help you with?
我们需要一个指引。
Of course. Where to?
我在找一具尸体。
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
北边。我应该要假设镜头所面向的地方就是北边吗？
Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
对，闻得到。我在哪？
What do you mean?
我有点搞不清楚方向。这是瑞瓦烧，只要告诉我这是哪就好，行吗？
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
圆环北路。
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
北边说。
There's the pier, the Capeside apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
好，东边呢？
The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too.
那南边又说。
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
运河另一边又说。
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market, but that got closed down ages ago.
那西边
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
好哦，谢谢你。
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
这个高斯警察是怎么回事
Excuse me?
路标。
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
那其他标识呢？猪头滚去，谁是猪头？
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
好。
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
这依然是指警察。Sure.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
所以你是哪位？
I am just a gardener.
在这里，可是没有看到花花草草东西。
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
很高兴见到你，普通的园丁小姐。我还有问题。挺酷的，那你在这里做什么？
I'm working.
什么工作？
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work. Well,
糟糕，
as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
一具尸体挂在后面挂了一周，然后没有人愿意取下来。
Salts, ammonium salts, perhaps useful for later.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
还有一件事，能把你手套借我吗？
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
谢谢你哦。我作为警察到现场验尸，连基本的工具都没有，我真是一个很赞的警察。货车里货物杂乱的堆放在周围。天哪，我真的不确定后院在哪里，希望我走的地方对。
Welcome to Rivachol.
具有种族思想主义的货车司机。欢迎来到瑞瓦肖。圆胖男人宣告时，那句话并不是冲着你说的，是冲着金说的。你会想这样对我的搭档？喂，我知道瑞瓦肖，我们就在这个地方，不要这么继续前进吧。
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Wow.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
发生什么事？你好像很生气。什么不说？
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
也是很难让瑞瓦肖很难达成真正的民主自觉。他说的对，你在破坏我们实现真正人民自觉的绝佳机会。深渊这里出了什么事？
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Oh.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
哦，金真的很不喜欢他的问候。
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
我们都学到一些东西。 超会这是微笑。我不知道我应该要这么强硬吗？我们都学到一些东西，超或者是微笑。可我不确定这是什么意思。怎么办？
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
好，这问题解决，我们还有其他问题。
Whatever you say, officers.
他冷漠地等候着，香烟在手指间燃烧。
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
你拉的是什么话？
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
罢工持续多久？
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
你要解释什么话？
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
也是，而且这地方这么冷，哪里来的苹果？在我听起来像是借口。
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
他是去解释那些。
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think?
所以他们在格拉德种苹果是吗？
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland.
种不出来。
The name literally translates to zone of ecological catastrophe.
什么都长不出来。
It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
你在说克吉克到底是什么意思？其实我对那户并不是很感兴趣。叶科塔不在南边，而且那里也没有，绝对没有什么苹果。
Yeah? Says who?
字面上就这个意思，生态灾难地区。
Then I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad.
太多名词了，我刚被丢进这个世界里面，所以有时候我还是不太理解那些名词的意义。好吧，但是为什么要用克吉克这个词？
Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovic someone.
我应该要知道那是什么意思。
Those guys have. Mind you, they look occidental, but they're not really like us.
好吧，所以是一种种族歧视。
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
那就是苹果吧，来自格拉德的，没错，当然了。我能看那些苹果吗？
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
你记得我是警察对吧？
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
哦，你说什么货车司机的权利跟特权？
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
等一下，马车夫是什么？
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
不，但你拉马车吗？在这个有车子的年代，酷哦。那叫特权吗？
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. very prestigious.
你加入了马车夫工会
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it.
但取代吗？只要在有车子、有机械情况之下，你迟早有一天会被淘汰的。
Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
哦，音符跳动，一本流行乐杂志，一本服装杂志《最强壮男人》，这期列出了前10名的榜单。不是院子到底在哪里？佛利多原文如此。3个题真太符合这语言习惯了。这里吗？上面写的 GRIH。瑞瓦上什么工业？这在罢工。哦，我来错地方了吗？Damn it！ 我只想调查尸体在什么地方而已，那我也没地图之类的东西。等一下，等一下，到底在哪里？大家都说的好像我应该要知道在什么地方啊。那个吗 ？OK。我看到了。
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
红线运动轨迹。
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message. Written in the language of burnt rubber.
好，起始点，撞击进去，然后从这里离开。不，撞进去之后，然后倒车，那我转回到那边去。
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
The
driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
辆车穿破围栏。这跟案子有关吗？
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went. If you find the time.
好哦，但现在是要先看尸体。
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city.
动力马车，所以不是一般的马车，像 BioShock 那样子。某种高科技的马车。哎呀，就在那里。在干嘛呢，孩子
Kuno's got this.
超尸体扔石头的男孩不可能超过12岁。
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
你指外表，而不是他在做的事情。好，非常失礼。
Oh yeah, Nappa Kuno.
嘿，小孩子给你一句话，警察办案。抱歉耽误你一点时间。
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous, you should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
因为是警察，哪里劲爆了
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
是哦，好哦 ，juicy stuff。
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
他擦去额头上的汗水，又扔出一块石头。
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
那你怎么会知道那是园丁的工具？你们是亲戚吗？小孩想不想过来玩？我不是企图警哦。听着有问题想问你，你们是亲戚吗
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
我并没有这样说，我只是问你们是否有血缘关系而已。所以今天我们该怎么办？
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
什么事嘞？
You will see.
哦，
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
而他们说不定知道什么线索。小孩想不想过来玩？不是企图警啊。
Fuck no! Kuno
No?
doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
哈，听着有问题想问你。
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
What I got？
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
所以我应该要表演运球给他看吗？可是没有球啊。我得问一句，昆诺是谁？但等一下，顺序如果错的话，可能他也不会回答我。那具尸体你都知道是什么
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
？Come on，我只想知道谁杀了他而已。
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
你现在可以迅速的问他问题了，真正警察问题。你知道他是谁的吗？
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
我说名字。
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
哈，我只是他是谁，在他死之前。
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
你知道他是怎么上去的吗
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
？No，我不觉得人有办法把绳子套在脖子上自己爬上去。所以你没有目击这件案件。
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
哦，好吧，那你去哪里
I don't know. Some fucking
？What？
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Night City，Cyberpunk 的 Night City。
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
这样说不太妙吧？因为别棚确实有这个名称。那小时候的城市名称，夜城并不存在。夜城在哪？夜城在哪？
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
啊，
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
好哦。你在附近看到什么可疑的人吗？
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
我说在那之前。
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
哦 ，Come on, dude。之后再详谈，我们再说点别的吧。
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
我有吗？
Get lost.
这个现在自动消音了，可是他刚才明明连那个基佬都念出来了，但就是 F 开头就要消音啊。我想跟你谈那句尸体的事 ，Kuno。 关于犯罪现场，孩子们经常在这个院子玩吗
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
？Little wooden choo-choo， 那是什么意思？你只是拿石头扔那具尸体而已。以后我可能会有疑问，但现在我们来谈点别的
Yeah,
吧。
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
不现在跟你谈那具尸体的事。
The fuck about it?
哦，没有了。
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
我得问一句 ，Kuno 是谁？
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
男孩用2根拇指指着自己的胸膛。
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly, the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
有意思，你用第三人称称呼自己，就是为了把自己抽离这种状况吧？所以你是用第三人称来称呼自己吗 ？Kuno 是某个帮派的名号吗？
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
What？ 是那是什么意思？围栏后面的东西开始尖叫，这又猛烈的，仿佛火警铃声一样。
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
What？ 可我是警察，记得吗？
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
可是你知道，如果有人真想强奸你的话，也是应该是要我来阻止，我们来阻止，我们就是警察。
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
所以，我不知道我还有什么重要事情要问他吗？那就结束游谈。
Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
好哦。
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
士气危机，为什么？士气受损，因为我逃了的关系。Come on.
Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
好哦，还好我带药，虽然不知道为什么士气降低了。Sure， 为什么不能？字母 R 上有一个皇冠，下面缎带上写着“光芒从天而降”。
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
为什么盯着你看垃圾箱？只是一个垃圾箱而已。
Just a trash container. There is no such thing.
哈，
Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
所以我已经打开了。我们怎么才打开这把手
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
？Or what？
or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
我没有钱付他，他会乖乖把钥匙给我吗？
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
哦，总之先看看遗体。这儿童用的梯子有些摇晃，不过还能爬上去。
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human.
Yeah.
It's swollen and
Dios.
ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
吊死的遗体一点都不好看。
You seem to be holding your breath.
往下看，
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
钢筋铁骨，松开鼻子，忍住不吐，所以我要吐了吗？天啊，到底是怎么回事？
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
对啊，如果我们2天前就来调查，说不定还比较好一些。
He's about to blow. Cock's gonna blow Kuno.
试试看，反正只有3%而已，有什么好损失的？
As you breathe in,
What?
the odor comes over you. It's It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Really? 可是3%我都成功是怎么回事？不确定这3%怎么算的，但是好哦，酷哦。
It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
尸体总会这样。
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
污染那么严重，我们真的有办法查出些什么吗？
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
检查鞋子。
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands
陶瓷制作的鞋子。
in contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
一排精细的连锁甲片裹着它们。锁子甲吗？
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Yeah.
Possibly part of a larger set.
但为什么只拿走了上半身的鞋子却不拿呢？这些不仅仅是靴子，对吧？他们是盔甲。
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
谢谢你哦，博学多闻。现在真帮大忙。
It's all you, baby.
谢谢你哦。究竟是什么盔甲？
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
哦，这种材质看上去有些突兀。敲一下靴子。
It is. It's expensive.
你总用食指在陶瓷上的冷凝物画了一道线。
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now.
Constabularies
deemed it too costly.
警察都用不了。
6 men to semi-automatics.
所以这还可以挡一下半自动武器。哇哦！大概多少钱？
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
换句话说，就是开价比穿的人还贵。
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank.
等等，我年薪是5500雷亚，发财了，宝贝。对，是点点头，我猜一定很贵。发财了，宝贝。
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
那就是超能力的意思。是的，我不是那个意思。
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
剩下部分去哪里了？
Probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
但是为什么留下鞋子？我不懂。
We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
他是谁？也许他穿的这双鞋子根本没有其余的铠甲。明白了。
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
这个人怎么能负担如此昂贵的装备？
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
你指你的初步报告？
Just something I scraped together from my station. an area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
我并没有。你对这保安，对于保安人员来说有点过于先进了吧
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
敲敲鞋子。
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
听起来很脆弱。
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
像那个美国队长的盾牌那样。
Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
这让我想起什么呢
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice.
Notice?
The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
这是他刚才看到的那个品牌型号的意思吗？右脚上好像有一串序号。
Can you read it to me?
他把干燥笔尖放在舌头上舔了舔。
X5415677458678222.
为什么？
Lie.
为什么我们要说谎？这样子，故弄玄虚还有自己的个性？不，等一下，你是故弄玄虚，而不是标新立异。等一下。No， 干嘛说谎？
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
生产商序号也算有点小进程。其实我们可以用我的瑞影上的无线电侦查一下，任何警察局都能找到他。将靴子脱下。
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Ew.
Stop!
What?
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
哦，好，头会断掉，好吧。
Brutal!
放开鞋子。
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting Goku know?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
我不知道，把鞋子脱下来，看看有没有什么其他线索之类的。
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
哦，来看绑带吧。
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under six-rotor airships.
哇哦，别问我是怎么知道，但这是一条用于空运货物的货运绑带。等一下，这是一个线索吗？所以参与成员可能做空运相关的行业。
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
这明显是加强型的空运专用的。
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
我们怀疑是港口工人干的吗？他们肯定希望它能挂在上面。这条绳子是用钢线加固过的。我们怀疑是港口工人们干的。
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
没有，他们可能忘记告诉我了。
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
所以你要告诉我吗？简报。他们肯定希望它能挂在上面。
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
怎么把它弄上去呢？
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Yeah. 你要先把一头绑在他身上，然后再爬到树上去，把这头给扣起来。
I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
是哦，所以站在地下就办得到了。
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
看向尸体。
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt.
检查纹身。
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
不能拉更近一点看吗？确实有图案在这里，但是即便他这样描述，我还是不清楚他说什么。从右肩横跨至腹腔神经丛，每当它们交汇时，形成一颗白色星星。微电子系统。
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right.
我漏了某些东西。金总拉下他的橙色夹克拉链时，突然响起一声铃声。
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
哎，我也是警察，那我的枪呢？
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
让警组工作。
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
拍立得，一般的拍立得。它制作了2个金属瓶盖的安瓦瓶吗？应该这样念吗？并将它们放置在仪器的一侧，那里有一条细缝闪闪发光。
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
让照相机对准尸体，凝视镜头，镜头需要调整，然后
Sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
好，相机不错。
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
好哦，我们要这张照片做什么？
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
人家把尸体弄下来找验尸官之类的，又或是我们太穷了没有验尸官？能把照片给我吗？这样我就能在之后不必闻着尸臭情况下观察。
Sure, just don't lose it.
好，谢谢你。
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
换句话说是哪里？这个吗？不，背包吗？注视他的双眼。
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
内陆帝国，告诉我你是谁呢？失去人，那是什么意思
I'm gone.
？What？ 等一下，28% 也成功，但3% 也成功。我开始不太了解，就是技能检定的成功率影响到底多大了？我知道你已经走，但你是谁
I'm a joke. Look at me.
没错，但你生前又是谁
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
好，还有个问题想问你，
Go ahead, Coppo.
但这是什么？内陆帝国是什么？可以说明一下吗？为什么我突然可以跟尸体说话了？还是这只是我的想象而已？发生什么？
What do you mean?
我在跟你说话，别介意我想。我在跟你说话。
It's the power of your...
Power of what？ 黑色的泡状液体在他嘴上翻腾。
imagination.
哦，所以是想象。
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Yeah, I am. 你去哪里呢？
Into the wild pale yonder.
那是哪里？
In the past. Way out in the west.
好，为什么我如此爱问问题呢？
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go.
那是个存在词。
Do you want more questions?
Caproni， 让我问你一大堆问题吧。是啊，让我问吧。
Here you go, you loony.
Looney？ 我的名字叫 Looney 吗？
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
好，但我确实记得自己是 Looney 啊。
No, you don't. Between you and me,
啊，
your name is probably Harry.
我长得看起来像个 Harry 吗？我其实也不确定。为什么我感觉自己忘了某件很可怕的事情？
Because you have.
这是什么意思？其实人是我杀的之类的。好哦。一个尸体来说，你非常健谈，够了。
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
眯眼睛后退一步。
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before.
为什么？
Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You
Oh.
can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
死亡后最初几个小时血液沉淀的地方。OK，
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
他脸部和手部都是粉红色，大腿也是。
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
那代表什么意思？
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Ew，
So, what do you think?
我觉得他死了。我觉得他是死后被立起来的。他被殴打过，我看到一些伤口。但小孩子朝他扔石头不是吗？所以不一定是殴打吧。我觉得他死后就被立了起来。
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
等一下。 喂，可你说他是缢死，但他不是死后才被吊起来吗？还有没有可能是死后被人搬运过来呢？也许他是被勒死的，被勒死然后被吊起来。也许他是被勒死的。
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
我觉得他死了。
I agree.
Yeah.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Yeah.
Totally dead.
这个世界已经不再保有他存在过的痕迹，曾经有过，但在7天前便消失了。
That sounds about right. Yes.
有东西要从他体内出来。
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Ew.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the
你
time
用
of death.
你用看的就看得出来了，不用解剖。
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
啊，你说对了，我们确实在说 shit， 没有错。也许他死前去过厕所。
Maybe.
他被殴打过。
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Yeah.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
所以你们怎么还在这里？
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Okay.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
所以我们要怎么样才能把它放下来呢？
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
好，那再看一眼。
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
我有些
His
事，
torso covered in tattoos.
我有些事需要知道尸体。
Of course. You have questions, don't you?
哦，这是问他问题而已。
The power of your imagination.
我讨厌你又臭又无
To
聊。
remind you of someone.
我自己。
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
那是什么意思？一个患有丑角综合症的婴儿。
You sure I got out of that one? Coppellini.
够了。
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
但问题是，
Also.
但问题是我把遗体放下，影响到周遭的东西哦。给孩子用的梯子应该承受不了成年男子重量。好，再先看一下别的东西，这是什么？
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
请点出确切的数字。
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
哇哦，7天前这样还看得出来。注意清点。
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46.
哈。
2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44.
标准工作鞋。
3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
等等是哪一个？
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
好。
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44.
都是工作鞋。
6.
所以真的都是工人。
An aberration,
Oh.
light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
是男是女，看得出来吗？
Impossible to tell.
啊，
Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped.
我还挺擅长这一行的，对吧？
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
哇，谢谢你称赞。
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others.
哇，
The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
走路的方式很特殊的意思。
How many?
4亿人，8个。
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
是一大群人在这里来回走。
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
一对异常的脚印。
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul.
有何高见？
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
鼓手？为什么是鼓手？你的意思我们在脚里面有一个人是鼓手？
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
啊，有道理。若有所思点头，其实我有同样想法，有意思。如果你想到这一点就好了。若有所思点头。
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
反正这个地方都已经不常出现警察了，我们出现就已经够引人注意了，所以 sure。脚步很轻，41号的鞋子。
A woman or a kid?
我觉得这应该是没有确认。
Understood. Anything else?
很重的家伙，200公斤。
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
有可能，确实。
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Yeah. 其中一个人把受害者扛来了，但其中一个人扛吗？有8个人，却只有一个人扛。有可能。
Possibly, yes.
But why?
你在考虑的是他们为什么要扛着他？
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
也许是因为受害者拒绝走向为自己准备的刑场，也许受害者当今失去意识，也许他已经失去意识了，因为他已经被勒死了之类的。
Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
你觉得这些毒剂是多久之前的？
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
啊，
It is not impossible.
你是怎么知道的？
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
好，
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
你认为这里发生了什么？
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
但我们还不确定他是被吊上去之前就死了，还是吊上去之后才死。 我觉得我们已经确实了解这里发生过一切。
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way, what else?
应该是这样子。那这是什么？哦，更多的钱，还有美片。Thank you。原枪在温室里种草。哦，那位园丁的工作。这吊装置已经承受多年的氧化。这是什么？
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
我为什么要盯着这堆屋顶建材？
Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets.
58% 却反而失败了，很奇怪吧
Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
等一下，所以我还可以再尝试一次的意思吗？只要我技能升级之后，这是什么？
Nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
好，
Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
那我们靠这么近没关系啊。只要我过去这里吧，还是那是另外一条路？好，那不然这样先把遗体给放下来比较好。这是什么？闻起来像肉类和乳制品腐败的气味，以及尸体正在腐烂。Yes， 我看得到。但稍等一下，我离开一下座位，马上回来。好，继续吧。姑且收自动存档，但还是存一下吧。来吧，把它放下来。
The man before you is naked, but for a pair.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Yeah， 我们需要什么东西来垫高这样？我把你扛起来。
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Yeah.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
把数据弹听起来是一个很糟的主意，然后也爬不上去。也许可以把它射下来。去刚刚前来帮忙，可他们讨厌警察。其他人不能做吗
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yeah. 是的，没错，报警吧。
Someone already did. You know who came? We did.
Yeah.
Because we have made bad life decisions.
也是啊，一个很好的人生选择应该是不会到达这个一个人被吊死在树上过了7天，然后连尸体要取下来都不知道应该怎么办的状况。
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Yeah. 把树枝锯断。
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
不，听起来确实很麻烦，还是不要勉强，就直接让它挂着，等到腐烂到一定程度，让它自己掉下来，这样子。去港口前来帮忙。
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case.
Yeah.
It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
那我们还能做什么呢？决定下来，重新考虑。
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt like chicken on a skewer.
因为肉，听起来确实麻烦，还是不要勉强了。
We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
所以没有选择。我真的不想把他脑袋扯下来。
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
可以吗？办得到吗？我都可以跟他对话了，不能把他劝下来之类的。或许把他射下来。
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Yeah. 那里绑带是用滑扣绑在一起的。我也不确定，只是你知道，要不然就对那边开几枪。
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
你们确定不要离远一点吗？
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
虽然你知道，就是我们并非瞄准你，但你知道总是会有意外嘛。开枪已经走最糟的状况是什么？说实话，不要这么做。他浑身上下都写满了坏主意几个大字。等等，让我试试，千万不语，让他选择。或是还有别的主意吗？我还没有选完所有的选项。怎么办？试看吧，景座。
Blow his head off.
好吧。
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
不然我办得到吗？我说我刚才在宿醉呢。
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
我要火药纸，可是我刚才听到了那个上膛的声音，卡拉的声音，是哦，火药纸哦。
Securing it in place.
哦，所以抓住了他。
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's death's position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
别失手。还是不要干扰他比较好。放松一松，兄弟。
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
怎么了
God damn it.
你失手了，打爆他头了。
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Damn it! 等下，所以我有手眼协调，那我应该亲自来吗
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
没关系。
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
闭嘴好吗？跟你们无关。
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
现在怎么办
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
哇，所以我试试看。可但等一下哦，存档就是有这样的好处嘛，我可以回到他开枪之前，我亲自开枪就好了，试试看。SL 大法，来吧。
The man before you is
The steel reinforced belt presents.
He doesn't actually think the challenge.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance.
那就试试。
How?
With a buckle ties the rope to the branch.
Where?
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
等等，让我试试。
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
所以我一定要让他开一枪之后，我才能试。沉默不语，让他选择。
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A90. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's death's position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
我刚才说放轻松，兄弟，但有人会多嘴，沉默不语。
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenement.
God damn it.
对，结果是一样的。
A lot of things were wrong with that shot.
Kuno could have hit it easy. Kuno's sorry.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun.
I have to say, it's beginning.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
我可以自己试着把它打下来。
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
好哦，试试看。我需要你的枪。
Have one gun!
呀，我是假警察了。然后你可以不要再扔尸体了吗？他一直动来动去的。 Oops. What?
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
还记得我告诉你吗？我醒来的时候，警政和警服都不在身边，配枪也不见，那应该很不得了吧？配枪消失了什么的，应该不是写报告就可以完事的，应该是被人偷了，偷了我的枪，我的枪被偷了。
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Try not to lose this one, please.
好哦。
Yes, take it, you fucking banana poika!
借
Take
一
it
下
and。shoot yourself in the mouth!
先感受一下重量。
A cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
你可以闭嘴吗？不然我先朝你那里开枪。 把枪口对准绑带。
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
等一下。有什么情况会让那个成功率提高的吗？闭上左眼。
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying.
成功率提高了。
Now, fucking faggoty.
Shut up.
Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
成功率是没差的，但是让他闭嘴，就是成功率会再更高一些嘛？虽然说58%应该已经会成功了，就试试看吧。Come on! Yeah! Hell yeah!
Explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
Yes!
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
谁杀了你？
Communism.
Communism? Really?
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right.
你完全不知道他从哪里冒出来，知道他是正确的。共产主义杀了你，为什么？
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
OK， 你被执法了。
Ace is high.
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigade.
耶，我知道机长是什么。机长。耶。
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
别拍这么大力。然后或增加了其他可以思考的东西。这个40几%是什么意思？我不太明白。没有吗？没有可以思考的东西吗？喂，等下高级章。我不太了解思绪内化到底是什么意思。总之，一直排上去。什么可以提升的技能吗？我不太明白。暂时研究价值，那到底是什么意思？这些是可以使用的技能就对了。总计逻辑思维4，用纯粹智力演绎整个世界，基本能力值。技巧木反而减1了。对，究竟有什么好处呢？把技巧木排在这上面，我的智力反而降低了。通情达理加1，博学多闻加1，胡乱思想，这样到底有什么帮助？然后这技能点数又是什么意思？算了，等完成了我应该就可以拆下来。等一下，等一下。回到这一页去。哦，我技能点数哎。怎么办？更多博学多闻吗？我到现在博学多闻 给我不少帮助。纯粹智力。我不知道，我玩到目前，果然帮助我最多还是博学多闻吧。直觉，试试看。然后我怎么知道就是我有多少点数可以点 ？Hello？ 哦，这2格是指我用的点数就对了。表演协调，想法百发百中，反应速度，遇事当机立断，办事雷厉风行。怎么办？果然还是头脑派吧。升级头脑果然还是比较帮助一些。然后逻辑提升。耶，就这样。
I knew these guys were.
什么意思？我成功了？不，我们不是，对我们就是傻瓜。有什么不满吗？接下来呢
？We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before, excuse me.
对吧？想吐吗
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells.
Ew.
The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
Ew.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy.
等等，现场验尸。好吧，把枪还给他。
In the meantime, we should try to interview Everard Clare, the leader of the union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
如何进入获取这个小镇？是那个吗？我刚才去到一个很大的门的地方。
Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Everard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
这就是传说中的初步走访名单吗
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
但遗体呢？总不能就这样丢着吧
The rotting man lies on his side, with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
首先现场验尸究竟是什么
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
不，这是我第一次，在这款游戏中的第一次。
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit. And the failure of the 38 single, Epui descent to crack the top 20, was
这些很重要
the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
好哦。其实好像忘掉现场验尸的意思。你要多余手套吗？我不是有手套吗？你怎么会不知道你还有什么用？其实好像忘掉现场验尸的意思。
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
我们用到手术刀吗
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
你还有多余手套吗？
Unfortunately, no.
好吧，向南山持手工学上车，为什么？我明就有手套，我有副园艺手套，差不多能用吧。
They're better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes.
你确定吗？ 你比较适合，你比较擅长做笔记吗？行啊，那我该在哪里做这种记录呢
？In your paperwork, officer, just fill out the field autopsy form.
我没有哦。What do you mean？ 你可能会难以置信，但我认为我把自己工作报告给丢了。
Now they only have one paperwork too.
Yeah, yeah. 谢谢你哦。
Officer, what haven't you lost?
我的裤子，我还留着自己的 disco 裤。我的裤子，我还留着这件可靠外套。我的鞋子都还在，而且一整双，连另一只都找到了。
Good. Otherwise, you would only have one shoe now. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several, actually. But only if it helps move things along.
OK. 先用你的将就一下吧。抱歉，我把一切都弄掉了。咱们先去找我的工作报告，反正迟早都是要找的。抱歉，我把一切都弄掉了。
Yes, well.
It's okay to cry, Runkari.
可以吗？你肩膀要借我用一下吗？先借你将就用一下吧。
Right. The autopsy form is near the end. 打开笔记本，翻到尸体检验报告。是我要先偷看一下他笔记吗？为什么不？
You find a moment as the lieutenant inspects the dead man's fingernails. Just a few glances. The pages are filled with a bulky freehand that's nearly illegible. Still, you can make out a case with a curious title.
What?
The Man with the Hole in His Head.
查看脑子有洞的男人，试图辨认警佐关于本案的记录，从中搜寻关于你的记录。看本案记录。
It's very hard to draw conclusions. All you can make out is that he is in a hurry to solve the case. The tempo of the handwriting says as much, and that there are a lot of notes in there. Most of them are made prior to arriving at the scene in preparation. It's not spelled out explicitly, but the lieutenant fears a tear is forming between the liberal moralist establishment of Revachol and her populist citizenry. This populist force, a potpourri of far right and left, is exemplified in the Débardeurs Union.
自由道德主义当权派与民粹主义民众分歧日益增加。OK。
Their strike, if allowed to escalate into violence, adds to the growing sense of civil war in the city. He's extremely neutral, even in his notes. But avoiding this escalation is Kim's primary concern when dealing with the situation in Martinez.
可是你在你调查案件笔记里面写下这些东西啊？是啊。查看脑子有洞男人。
This appears to be a case investigated about 3 weeks ago. A workplace accident. The titular character's wife tries to get compensation. The company was not forthcoming. It's hard to make out if the hole was fatal.
搜寻官你自己。
You're probably imagining it. The notes are very hard to decipher at a glance, so don't draw any conclusions from this. But
What? 怎么了？What? 先告诉我上面写什么，别直接扣我视线，什么鬼啊 ？Come on, what？ 所以到底写了什么 ？But no, come on， 因为我没及时治疗我自己。
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
What?
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
我真没什么好说，进去死吧！不然人家是浪费我的时间，我不干了。我真他妈希望自己要死，去你的妈的操！我不干，根本没喜欢警察。
He watches you melt down stoically from behind the lenses of his glasses.
Oh, come on.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
就因为看了一本笔记，你在开玩笑。
Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman."
What?
When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the Furrows lost that match.
What?
Said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions. And anyway, police work really burns you out after a while. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds.
What do you mean birds?
That's all.
那是什么意思？跟鸟有什么关系？我对鸟做什么，还是鸟对我做什么？喂？啊 ？Oh my god！ 所以我要从这里开始 ？Damn it！ 啊，该死！或许我在选择选项之前，我应该要先快速存档才对。开什么国际玩笑？就因为看了笔记。What the 话？快速储存。啊，要从这里开始。我可以快速。
The man before you, the material appears to be ceramic, delicate and fragile. These are clearly not. The cadaver slowly twists.
把它弄下来。
The steel reinforced bed.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the bed without assistance.
把它射下来。
How?
With a buckle ties the rope to the.
Where?
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
等一下，我现在1点而已。等一下再升级。
Pigs will miss Kuno.
等等，让我试试。
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
没有办法让我直接让我来开枪吗？消不让我选择。
Silence and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
可以跳过吗
Securing it. That's a
Okay.
cue. He then steps back
Take the
and
shot.
assumes the fellow's desk position.
He's gonna fucking.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off.
God damn
Go
it.
go go！
A lot of things.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handy.
没关系，兄弟。
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I
Yeah,
have to
not bad.
say, it's beginning.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
我可以试把它
It's
打下
bad
来
as，it is.
不需要你枪。
Oops.
This is the sorriest.
Officer, why do we? That is even more.
You fucking banana.
感受重量，
Fuck are you wait?
瞄准，
The buckle comes into.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
You're
闭上左
feeling
眼
the。slow movement of.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
然后我可以在这里存档吗 ？No， 不能快速存档，你在开玩笑？在选项图中没办法快速存档。Come on， 有差哦。怎么办？直接开枪吗 ？Sure。Okay。
The buckle explodes with your hand looking straight at you.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways.
Ace is high.
Ace is high。
The ace is high. Accustomed.
几张？快！
The lieutenant takes
那我现在有2点了。
to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
重建犯罪现场，教育自然法则，怎么办呢？听起来很重要。为什么逻辑思维跟见知灼 见为执着，不能同时拥有呢？这太奇怪了。这是博学多闻。
I knew these guys were.
We will perform.
Slumped up.
The stench is getting bad.
Okay.
In the meantime, or we could ask around for the rep.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Yes. And those were the inter.
哦，那我快速存档一下。我可以把已经储存的地方给删掉吗？或是盖过去之类的？等一下，删除所选项吗？喂，这个删掉这个，然后存档。OK， 我还是不太确定思路逻辑对我办案的影响，但但总之，反正都升级应该是没有什么坏处啊。Yeah， 那就。找到一首悲伤的歌，打开垃圾箱。
Yes.
不想聊聊你，我觉得我应该告诉你，我什么都记不起来了。
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
我觉得应该重复一遍。我真的什么都不记得了，可能是因为我喝太多了吧。
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
但是我对这个组织基本资讯都缺乏了解，能帮我吗
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
好哦，这现在还是一个任务。枯萎这个游戏，你甚至可以不用跟他对话，然后来得到这个任务。恐怕这是一个医疗问题。
Really? You look fine to me.
我说的是难以置信的严重损伤。我看了镜子里的自己，但完全不知道自己是谁。
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
可是我就发生了，跟心理问题无关，是某种严重的脑损伤，规模大到史无前例。
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
好哦，什么都可以用无线电来解决。我的枪、我的报告、我的警徽，甚至我的脑袋都是警察局可以修好的。好，那就来验尸吧。等一下，再存档一次，把这删掉，然后存档。
The rotting man lies. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer.
What you do know is,
回到刚才的部分。
18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus.
Fine. It's a scalpel is not always required.
你有多余手套吗？我有原因手套啊。
Tell you, in your paperwork, officer.
报告弄丢了。
Officer, what haven't you lost?
我的裤子。
Yes, barely. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there.
先将就一下吧。
The autopsy form is near the end.
You
No.
find a moment still.
看一下报告。
This appears to be a case investigated about 3 weeks ago.
本案记录。
It's not spelled. Their strike, if allowed to escalate into violence, adds to the growing sense of civil war in the city.
大部
He's
上街巡
extremely
营。
neutral.
好，
In his notes.
这次学到教训，
Avoiding this escalation is
不要再看笔记。
Kenny's primary concern when dealing with
原来
this
这里。
fight.
打开记忆本，翻到验尸记录表。
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
是哦，全部都做成表格，哇哦！
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
开始助手。
That's you.
我连第一个问题都不知道怎么回答。对，我不知道自己的名字。What the fuck?
Not an energetic start to an autopsy.
Yeah.
Pig's messed up. Kuno feels pity.
Yeah. 不然我可以借你的名字吗 ，Kuno？ 在助手上面填 Kuno。
Just leave it empty, officer.
空着吧。
the corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says
验尸官案件编号
KK57-0803.0815.
你记起来了，哇哦！
Next.
姓名
NA. Next.
出生日期
NA.
年龄
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
但为什么？我准备写下大约42。
He nods.
他点了头。宗主
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
哦，就这么
The
写。
pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
性别
Fucky fucky!
Male.
Sure.
Pigs can have sex.
这是什么鬼？写抄了一抄是什么？两头写下两头猪的姓小了。对，好了，男性。
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
不然我们要把他的内裤脱下来看一下吗？我也不知道。死亡日期
We're。still going with March 4th. 51.
好，
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
处理痕迹
None. At least not after the initial examination.
什么意思？处理是什么意思？我不确定。附件足迹显示死者是被扛过来的，不是吗？同意无处理痕迹，我不确定。接下来，这个处理是什么意思？
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
对啊，他不是被扛过来的吗？
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
他把手放到死者胸口，所以就像是在做准备。
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then
那代表了什么？
We should start the post-mortem.
好，
the corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
外表检查摘要。
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
你连他内裤什么牌子都知道。我找找他翻转尸体，检查内裤标记。
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
好，
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
所以警察办案，这些孩子不应该离开这里吗？我说，就是他们用非法药品，我们都没在管了，所以事到如今，看我们验尸也没什么差别。
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Oh.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
就这么写。
Tattoos.
他站起来，脚跨到了尸体两侧。
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo resembling a microelectronical circuit board. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
啊！但即便在这么冷的状态之下，尸体还是腐烂挺严重的。
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
在进一步调查之前，摸一下死者的头发。
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch. Not that different from a living person after a swim.
所以为什么要再多摸好几次他的头发？写下短发棕色胸型图。
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity?
Yeah.
You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
或许对你来说是最大值没有错，但就是慢速啊。
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
就这么写在改成告诉。
Ligature mark.
勒痕，警者掏出一把小折刀，他一手拽着绑带，一手试图切开外层的聚酯纤维。
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
你说还有一部分绑在他脖子上，能让我试试吗？
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
好哦。
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
所以你的车在哪里？要再存一下档，车人进度。OK。那我还想要打开那个垃圾桶来着，需要一把钥匙。但是我有点赶时间，只能用走的吗？不能跑起来吗？这个吗？这是你的车吗？
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
17分居。
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
我们已经一整白天了，是啊。
This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
那就打开吧。
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
拿起无线电。
Frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
就说我东西遗失，我应该要向57分局报备，不是41分局吗？这个无线电不能调整频率吗？
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
好，紧急情况，紧急情况，呼叫Delta 10号，我是火行者，收请回答。怎么办？很好笑啊，这试试看。
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
你可以发誓，他对警者态度更友好一些。
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
不是好主意吧？怎么办？按按看吗？50里3下收藏标签的按钮。能帮我接41分局吗？我有些事情需要报告。
Just a second, officer.
他们把你放到保留状态，电路像萤火一样轻轻地发出噼里啪啦的声响。过了一会儿，你听到电话那头传来一个老人问候声，他那沙哑的声音让你觉得出奇的熟悉。
10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over.
为什么是法国的口音？
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
如果我不知道的话，你知道对吧？所以我才升级你。41分局我集市完毕。
10-4 message received. 10-5 relay message. What's your status? Over.
自报导一下完毕。
10-18 state your message, sir.
请陈述你的资讯。我需要报告一下警政丢失的事。我继续财政援助。听起来或许有点奇怪，但我想谈谈个人资讯。
10-4, your badge should have most of your personal details. Look over that. Over.
但我警政消失了。
10-9, over.
我的警政找不到，基本上可以说是不见了。
10-4 message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
这样就要跟局长报告？那你知道，就是我的枪也弄丢了。
Is it him? What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
还有我的枪也不见了。
He what? He lost his badge?
喂，是谁？什么也不说。
Who lost his badge?
你又是哪位？贾斯特·麦克莱恩。
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
我吗？我名字叫 Dick Millen。好哦。
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
对，就是我，没有错。我绝对有选那本书，那是一本畅销书。
Dick Mullen is not your name.
No?
It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Damn it.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
一定要吗？如果我不这样做的话，我士气有损失，对吗？拜托同学，让他们停下来，这事情很严重。哈哈，警官的警证不见了，哈哈，搞得好像是我真的听警政警察一样。我们就不能继续吗？我想做个报告，然后就结束。
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Yeah, I did.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
因为一个警政，真的？
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Mullen dicked us.
我们就不能先继续吗？我就想做个报告，然后就结束了。
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
我的枪也不见了。
Fuck me, Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
你又是谁？谁啊？麦克托森。
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
这个警局的人都知道了，大概过个1个礼拜，所有分局都知道了。你们能暂时稍微暂停一下， 鼻子那边重复弄丢谨慎的话，
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
还没，我报告才大概我不知道10秒前。
You don't have a comeback. Sorry, it's hard to think like this.
挑战失败，开什么玩笑？在我需要的时候就挑战失败了。什么也不说。
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Yeah.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
我到底有多少位哈？
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
哦，怎么办？应该跟他们说吗
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
疑神疑鬼成功。所以怎么办？要让他们相信你枪没弄丢。可是我枪就确实弄丢了。如果我需要新的枪呢？怎么办
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
就像现实生活一样，没有把枪搞掉。
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
Uh-oh.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
好哦，你说的好像这是什么很重要的东西，但据我听说，现在不是什么人都可以当警察啊。
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
我有办法把枪找回来吗？追踪你的警证，追踪你的警枪。Damn it！ 听着我其实还把枪搞掉了，我急需财政援助。
I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but
那麻烦你去问问有权回答这个问题的人。
What does he want now?
Money.
He's asking for money.
Yes.
Is he fucking kidding?
What? 你已经付我钱了吗？
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
好哦。
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
提供资金额外请求被拒绝，长官回关闭。再给我多一点钱，这对调查来说至关重要。拜托我求求你们了，我今晚没有地方睡觉了。我不好听到没有经费，再多给一点钱。
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
搞气鬼。
Request denied, sir. Over.
真是的，就不能先预支点薪水之类的？好吧，我听到了，没有经费。
Anything else, sir? Over.
追踪你的警证，追踪你的警枪。你不知道该怎么样在这个大世界寻找一块小小塑胶片，也许沿着街道走，你就会跟它不期而遇，奇迹会发生的，会吗？我连枪都弄丢了，开什么国际玩笑？肯定有人知道你警枪的资讯，或许可以找一个找地方当局，比如说工会里的领导人，或者是某个本地人，见过你在晕倒前带着枪飞旋旅社不见的酒保，你还可以去本地当铺问问。姐妹，为什么我有个预感我枪已经被卖掉了？我还需要更多钱才可以搞回来。
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
拜。抽取工具箱。
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
那我有理由不全部带走吗？红头铁锹。
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think.
哦。
Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
拿走橡胶柄头的结链钳。OK。
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
要拿来剪开什么来着？我不记得了。
You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
然后还有手电筒。
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue.
蓝色的。
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
哇，酷。那就带走吧。
Slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
用手指拂过其中一个操纵杆，为什么
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Yeah, 我明白啊，他是一个超级警察，有车、有警证、有枪，不像我什么都没有。先敲打燃油预热表。
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
也是这么冷地方，没有预热的话，车才能发生。
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: We're not going anywhere right now.
Yeah. 那就这样吧。说我很好奇，旁边这个所谓的天数一天，就是这个游戏有限制几天内必须要结束吗？或是对结局有所影响吗？可能有。这样子如果不知道东西在哪里，要怎么寻找的话，问题就挺麻烦的。那我原本要问园丁什么来着
？Hello again, officer. How are things?
尸体下来。
Do you mean the body is finally gone?
Yeah, but 还在那里，但我们取下来了。
Absolutely gone.
不还在地面上。
Oh, right. Can you tell me when you've taken him away then?
Yeah, keep her in the loop. It's strangely enjoyable to report back on the minute progress you've made, even to strangers.
是说我们要怎么运走？我是说，那车子感觉也不像有办法把尸体放上去的感觉。这是 sure。那我要问垃圾桶钥匙的事情来着。Yeah。我道具，探员的笔记，还可以卖掉，是什么情况 ？What？ 好，我总之问问看钥匙的事情。我需要钥匙。
Can I help you?
后面那个垃圾箱是你们的吗
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why?
因为偷你垃圾。
Hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
好，所以收垃圾并不是公共服务，还是需要额外收费的。
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
那是什么意思？我想知道这感觉是什么。不，并没有，我内心毫无波动。这也并非冷酷无情，而是尝试。那是什么意思？不让人躲进去，或是不让人把垃圾塞进去，是一件很无情的事情吗？
Prod at him and find out.
你觉得这太冷酷无情吗？你连剩饭都不准求人碰。
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov?
我应该要知道那是谁吗
Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
这个世界观的共产主义之父，也许我就是卡拉斯马佐夫。
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
不，等等， 小声说的，指向你的后脑勺。如果我就是卡拉斯马佐夫呢
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
我们需要那些钥匙。
What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
如果你有注意到的话，旁边挂着一具尸体 ，OK， 里面说不定有什么线索。
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
我在飞雪旅社看到一件事，加我们必须要谈谈。喂
What thing?
我看到告示牌上写的包厢被预定了。
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
你说的好像那是一件好事。
They come here
等一下有人付钱，所以
unruly types think they're big shit, but they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
不像我诶。
We should find out who this Lord faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
怎么找他们
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
我可以睡觉就是来度过时间，但为什么我要这样做呢？时间很宝贵。加德，我看到告示牌上写着我不能进入厨房，为什么不能进厨房
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
或许我就是个厨师呢。
You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
好，拜。总之拿掉钥匙，先看看垃圾桶里面到底有什么。有一大堆事情可以做，还好我笔记本，不然我没办法一个个记得，就是有哪些支线，或者要去哪里。地图是什么意思？不确定那是干嘛用的，这先无视掉。这是什么？圣吉莱纳路八 B 锁着的。
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
一大堆。电话亭，这是个电话亭。等一下，我现在没空，我现在看一下垃圾桶里面有什么。来看看吧。
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
你说好像很困难，就是用钥匙打开。
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Damn it. 好伤脑筋。先存个档。
We need to investigate now.
The smell of
You sure about that?
rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
听起来没那么糟。
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
查看纸盒下方。
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
因为你曾经吃过这些东西。
You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
习惯什么？偷垃圾
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Yeah. 因为我是个警察。
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
那破布呢
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
牛仔裤
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
OK， 所以这是他的裤子。可是哈，他们怎么有办法不把鞋子脱下来的情况下把裤子给脱下来
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
伸手拿袋子
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
一条毛巾，一个马克杯，就这些。
Right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
他朝身后的红发男孩点下头，我建议不要尝试那股力量，和那股力量对峙。没错，我们得去问把这东西放在这里的孩子。你认为蓝铝飞旋里或许会有人监视其中
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
那问孩子呢
What's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
不，我们说的是你。
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
翻找处理垃圾。
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands.
Ew.
Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure.
Chicken bone?
But hey.
Hey, what?
What's this?
什么
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
拿起来看看。
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
进垃圾堆了，因为我没付房租的关系哦。说不定里面有我名字，打开看看。我不知道这是什么。
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Ew, 真是恶心。
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
一定是玩夜出来我的办案风格。这玩意有一股不祥的气息，也许我有必要失去它，才能让血流成河的惨剧拉开序幕。我不想再当警察，所以就把它扔掉了。也许是蓝铝飞旋的人把它扔进了垃圾箱，我不知道，我实在太无聊了。阻碍我犯案风格。
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork.
Yeah.
It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Sure.
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco?
Yeah, 我太酷了，不适合用这种塑胶板来办案。
Challenge accepted. You should be on the lookout for stylistic elements that elevate this cabbage. to heights unforeseeable.
我真的需要做的是回到那个垃圾箱里，拒绝。好吧，这是一个好主意。当然，我得先搞定垃圾的事情。
Good choice. Soggy carton and some kind of food sludge welcome you back, invitingly.
Ew.
Officer, this is sensitive information. You need to take this seriously.
这个不好说，兄弟。你好像是在给我下命令，而我不接受命令。好吧，我会照办。
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
但我现在不能打开马克杯。
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Cool. 是古董吗
？Only in its social sensibility.
很古老，只有它的社会敏感性。Sure. 吐槽相当致命。纳西马克杯。他瞥了一眼马克杯，视线再次回转到那堆垃圾里，那就盖起来吧。
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Yes.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
好。然后我的手册 ，Ew， 就不能把香蕉皮给拿下来吗？真是恶心。那我还要干嘛来着？让金跟你谈谈案情。警方会得到分配案件的简报，不过他们有时会忘记这件事情，那就需要再被简报一次。好哦，换句话说就是读档不，如果你太久没有回来玩，忘记你进行到哪里的话，走访工会。周一的不是今天晚上的事情，可他并没有告诉我什么时候我们要一起总结。怎么办？他没有写时间，我忘记。哦，有啊，晚上10点。再传一个档。OK， 好，总之我想这就先到此为止吧。喜欢的内容麻烦按赞、分享、加订阅，不喜欢麻烦按倒赞。谢谢大家观看，期待下次再见，拜拜。